Hello and welcome to episode 3 of the weekly roundup. The weather is getting colder, but the leagues are hotting up. Week 3 saw the league starting to take shape and teams starting to assert their dominance. There was an emphatic win for Empire, but we start with the routing from Rote. Well, Rote coming into this in pretty good form themselves. They had one loss in 6. That was before last night. Last night's results, a 2-0 win against Saf Prolific. So again, very impressive. However, they came up against Empire. I don't think it locked Darius onto the ball, but his positioning was key because it still got in the way of the man. And Azvedo turns his man again, not for the first time. And they're going to get onto this loose ball here as Arquez. So he's side-footed it in straight down the middle. And it is 1-0 to Rote. Arquez doing all the hard work there, latching on to that deflected ball that turned into a world-class through ball.
That tackle's just erased my mind. You've got the easy, you've got that X ball.
Headed down, Arquez, there it is, headed down by the centre-back. Arquez is proving to be a real handful for this Hyper Spirit side. This man looks like he is in insane form. Into the striker's feet finish, looking to do the same again. RT swings into the back post, here we go, what a finish that is from the centre-back, finishing it like a centre-forward. Jump makes it 3 on the stroke of half-time, and Rote have been clinical where a team has put another team to the sword as much as that.
Right, get me some Rote versus Empire after this as a friendly, and we'll call it here because that was incredible. Hyper didn't do too much wrong. The deflection was unfortunate for the first goal. Great play. Then after that 8-ball, it was just sinking pressure. Hyper couldn't get out of their half. Rote are playing through the thirds expertly. It's 4 or 5 touches before they get into their strikers, but those 4 or 5 touches comes within a spell of 2 seconds. Rote in the middle.
Oh, he's finished it off. We were back in the nick of time for that one. Arquez has made it 4. We didn't see the build-up. We didn't need to. We saw the finish. Rote have put this one to bed. Yeah, but what can you do about it? Because you know, it's not just Arquez and it's not just Machiavelli. Here he is again. Squares it across. This is some football, Domino. This is some football. It's impossible to play against. You cannot defend this type of football. Everything goes right for you. Arquez here has just not put a foot wrong. Gives it into RT. Gets it back to Machiavelli. He's tucked it away on the volley. It's unsavable. The gritty comes back out once more. It's 6 for Rote. Even to a certain extent, class vault, but obviously one mind who have just seen. When they're not putting points on the board, there's room for other teams to do it, which is where the likes of Empire, Ultra Instincts, Fluminense, Grow Up all come into the fray, and there's no better time to do it than right now. And I think if Empire can get a win here, they are away from home. Demi, who did make that tackle earlier on, men over on this left-hand side, should he want him, doesn't use him. So that's Senzea, and you don't want that man in the box. Big save by Wadi. It's not out of danger yet. It is out of danger now. Big save, and then a big gather by that man in the sticks. Wadi.
Empire kind of snatched that away from FG. Started getting their foot on the ball more. Started building from the back. Started starving them of possession. And I think they grew into the game and kind of took over towards the end.
Closest as well, if not for a couple of good saves from Wadi. It's, as we always say, Domino, it's just poised so nicely. It's Esports Premier. It's the best players around. And here is one of the best players around. It's been put in. Stocks with the initial shot. It was parried, but literally right on the goal line. And it's bundled in by Empire. No way, shape or form is this an upset at all. But to beat the defending champions away from home when you're on an absolute tear. 6 games unbeaten for these boys.
Yeah, they're not beating them out of form, I tell you.
Nels, the goal scorer, gives it to Demi. Oh, he's found it! Tom Binns! What a strike. The man with the glasses is Demi from the edge of the box. Look at that, 25 yards out. We're not going to get to see it again, but all you need to do is just go back and watch it anyway, because that will be on repeat for weeks to come, I assure you.
They've come out two fantastic
go.
goals, but they've got it back here. And to beat the keeper from that range with that technique is no easy feat.
And that goalkeeper as well. Here we go. Ball through to the on-rushing. Senzea gives it to Stocks. Gives it back to his striker. And is that going to be game, set, and match? It's 3-0. 3 unanswered goals for the French side. And they are running away with this, Domino.
There's nothing you can do each one of them. No discredit there. He is a world-class keeper. And it's just going back to them in waves at the minute. They can't clear their lines, 8-ball.
Here's that. I was going to say, here's that game management, but then it's not game management at all. Absco goes top bins with the Travella, the Ronaldinho lookalike. That is the cherry on top of this quality of a Sunday performance, Domino.
Pick your goal of the night. Pick it, because they've all come from this game. That's my favourite thing.
It's the Esports Cup, boys and girls. Those of you in the chat, if you know, I would imagine it goes extra time and penalties. If that is the case, someone please go and let Fenerbahce in for the window. That we're busy. We're not going to miss that. So those guys need to finish that off tonight by hook or by crook.
Well, the decision making has been quite good. It's been good defending from. That's a great ball over there. He is
Pedro.
offside.
Hippo's got it. Breaks into the box. The power shot off the post. Comes back to Kemi. Keeps it in as well. It struck that near post. Came across the face of the goal. What a towering header.
It is timed well because that header was
Here it is again. The knockdown's on. Knocks it down today. Hippo. It's 2-0. Quick succession. Soon catching Akin napping. And wow. What a 5 minutes that is for Soon, Domino.
In your head that you're going to try and getting back in the game, I think.
Knocked down to Janssen, and they're going to struggle to get back into it now. It is a role reversal, this time from the right-hand side. And that's what SB did in that first game. Like you said, Domino, Akin maybe should have clocked onto that earlier. Okay, they got punished with the first goal. Fine, great goal, good finish. And then it happened the second time. At that point, Domino, do you have to say, look, that's our bad. That is our bad. To the next round of the Esports Cup. All thanks to 3 goals in the first half and a dominant performance to go with it. Soon FIFA 3, Alemannia Aachen 0 is your final result in the third round of the Esports Cup. It's one of the biggest UK teams out there. Talk to me. Talk to me.
Yeah, we know a lot about Vinklum, and 8-ball is perfectly described as a meteoric rise, because that's what it was. It was a meteoric rise. Now, Mems, we love Mems, mate. Mems are channel favourites. They're PC dub favourites. They're a great bunch of lads. However, I will note, 8-ball, they haven't had much luck on the channel.
They truly haven't. They honestly truly have not.
Vinklum coming forward.
Yeah, and
they've got it on the edge here. There's options. There's runners going through. Nice footwork and
it's spilled in. It's spilled in, and yeah, it's holographic who gets the goal out of next to nothing. Yeah, next to nothing. The animation's done. The animation's done Mike Lowry dirty there.
I mean, it's still very much a 50-50 on possession. That is an unbelievable ball. He's got options on the inside and is very, very good defending there. 8-ball. Stayed with his man, tracked the run inside, and then mopped up when he needed to.
Fabinho over the top. There it is.
He is onside. There.
Power shot.
He doesn't need it, 8-ball. He doesn't need the square. Power shot, top left-hand corner.
I feel like, whoa, here we go. I feel like 1-0 is a fair reflection of this so far, but Madge cuts inside onto the left foot, right foot. It does not matter. That man can do it all. He's gone near post, and in the blink of an eye, it is Memzino ball. Look at that finish. We're loving the highlights today, boys. Keep them coming.
8-ball. My wife doesn't allow me to put heating on in the house. That's a separate issue. It was cold in this room. I am hot. I am sweating. I don't know what's happening. Yeah, that first half has been, all out attack, all out action. We could go through clips for this whole first half. That covers the rest of the night, 8-Ball. It's been...
Yeah, they're just about hanging on at the moment. Vinculum will be wondering what it is they have to do to break through this defense. And whatever it is they're going to have to do, it's going to have to be now. And Memzino will shut the door for one last time. And there it is, signed, sealed, delivered for Memzino Ball. They pick up all 3 points here. An absolutely fascinating game. No goals in the second half, but we didn't even need it.
So it is all to play for. Mems, it's a different type of pressure in this game. Mems, they know they're going in as a huge favourites here, which sometimes you can maybe underplay or not take it seriously. Like I said, 11 individuals, 11 characteristics.
I would be saying to them, as soon as you touch the ball, feel free to have a shot. Get out your feet, have a touch, have a shot, because you just never know. Madge does well at the back post. Mems intercepts nicely, gives it to Pro Mika with the power shot, and that is how it's done. 1-0, deadlock broken, 25 yards. Pro Mika, the cameraman, take a bow. 1-0.
Shape nicely when they need to defend, but
they're going to need to here, yeah. Here we go.
That was the right option, 8-Ball.
Skipper fakes the shot.
Oh, I like it. I like it, 8-Ball.
To no avail, though. Roman swings it in. Mike Lowry has to move his defense out of the way. Good commanding of the area by him. Let's start with the goal, shall we? Because that was something special.
8-Ball, it was not off the training ground, don't get me wrong. I'd have Madge as the least favourite out of him in the centre half to win that. Climbed up nice and high, got the knockdown, got it to Mems. Mems fed the player in space. And 8-Ball, it's all about the build-up was great, but it's the execution of the shot. The execution of the shot was superb.
If you're QPR, us up here as well, sometimes you just have to say fair play and go again. And that's what QPR need to do in this second half. And let's see if they can do that. HS Skipper tries to play his left winger through. Wilzinho back at right back tonight. Cuts across well, but gives it away. Ultimately, HS Skipper linking up with his strike partner. Chissy with the assist. Skipper with the finish. Point blank range. Doesn't get more simple than that for the man, and it is 1 apiece.
Got a minute left to play. He slid his man in.
Big save! Chissy's done it! Oh no, the timing on that. The timing on that. Chissy has found the back of the net from even closer than the first goal, and QPR and a real smash and grab here. It is going to be all she wrote, and QPR Esports, their first win of the season in 9 times of asking. They've got some digging to do. They've only drawn 1 as well, so actually lost 6 out of 7, which again I'm sure they won't love me saying. And that was the draw that they had on the stream. So we might be an actual good omen for a team for once. How about that?
Deep waters here, and the accumulation of pressure normally does pay off in a goal. Now SB are doing quite well shaped defensively. They haven't had any really, other than that header there. Really,
Harry Newman breaks into the box.
Wandering in.
Jenks has got it now. That's not the man you want it to fall to. Shifts onto the right foot. What a finish that is. Went one way, went the other, shifted it onto that right foot, and hammers it home for the opener, Domino. And
Heritage, their press is very good. Very heavy, but very high. I do think if SB can get out, which they have done twice, they're causing danger. It's harder said than done to get out of this press, but if they do make it out 8-Ball, I reckon they've got some change in this game.
It's been a case, especially the second half, of what if for SB, and what if that man didn't lose the ball there because Jenks has got it, gets professionally fouled. That's more of a professional foul there, Dom, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got a minute left, closing in on full time. Player running on goal. He was lucky to get the yellow there, 8-Ball, because he might have been the last man.
Yeah, I did think that. They might take the shot here and just seal things up. Let's have a look. It will be Harry Newman from 25 yards. I don't know what was going on there, but it sent him through. Newman did the unselfish thing. Wiz does the very selfish thing there and holds it in the corner, as you would expect. It is 1-0 to Heritage. Yeah, I mean, it just shows you, doesn't it? If you're world class at this game, you're world class. Doesn't matter where you play. Speaking of world class, where do we start with this one? It's the 8:45, although we're way past that at the moment. Naughty boys. It's the return of the esports premiere. It is PMI, 4th placed PMI, taking on 2nd place Capri Carolesque Alvarez. Again, PMI almost getting caught out, just trying to play it out from the back, and it's the centre backs that are causing the trouble here, Domino. It's the centre backs trying to get it into either strikers or their midfield. Been caught out 2 or 3 times now. Oh, that's a terrible parry. Oh, EA has done him no good there. Gibbo spills it to the on-rushing man, and PMI Esports, joined by Joma with the celebration. I mean, we did say, would Capri rue those missed chances? And my God, have they. Get that goal before half-time. Yeah, send the keeper up. We are into added time of 1 minute. If Capri can get a goal here, that would change things significantly. Fires it in. Warren Beast wins it, but it is going to be a goal kick.
And I think PMI are actually playing a very, very dangerous game. They are a goal ahead. The runner play suggests Capri. It should be level or Capri in front here. Capri are so dangerous. Their transitions are so quick. It's 1 or 2 touch. They make very, very little mistakes in the midfield or even in the final third. They're just getting snuffed out right at the end when the power shots are going to be hit. You can see how stretched this game is, April. They're leaving one centre-half back.
Calzinho gets in. Rad does well to keep it on. Needed to be a little bit short, but into stoppage time now. Capri, this has been... I feel bad for Capri because this has been the fastest half in history. Is he offside again? He's on. Oh, Osama drops the shoulder. He's going through 1-on-1. Oh, he didn't take the bait. He didn't professionally foul him. He didn't need to. And that is game set. I think the most interesting point here is Kinley playing up front because he's a very, very, very good CDM. They've got Hay up front, top goal scorer, 9 in 24. The next highest goal scorer is Ash Alberto with 3, who is their centre back. So, you know, I think one thing for Dregs just to kind of keep an eye on is if Hay's not scoring, then who else is going to chip in? But you look around that team, Domino, and the players are there to do it. It's just whether or not they can turn up on the day, I guess. But Ash Alberto copy and paste that because he's there again. TD Rome keeps it in to JP. To Ewers. With the gloves on in November. Have a word. George, good one-touch football to their leading goal scorer. It is Hay, 1-0. That is what the Dregs can do. They can punish you when they're not at their best. But a couple of balls over the top. Not too much. I mean, there we've got the... We've got the stats up on this on my screen here. Just the 2 shots from focus. So I don't think they can be too hard pressed for it. But at the end of the day, they are a goal down, and they're at the moment relying on other results from the other game in this group to see whether or not they finish in that top 2. Back in. I mean, like I said, Domino, a draw suits both sides here. So I don't, if the Dregs did go on to concede here, I don't think it would be the end of the world. And they might well do, and they do. Delosa gets the assist. Tommy gets the goal. Side foot from 8 yards. Put it past the goalkeeper. Yeah. I mean, if he'd played in Cam, he would have got 2. Hey, with the power shot. Delosa back there this time. And like I said, Domino, the draw just suits both teams here. Not that I'm talking about conspiracies. I'm not talking... Oh, here we go, though. Tommy drops the shoulder, gives it off to his strike partner, Jack. Shot blocked. Humph takes the man out, and that will be all she wrote. It does finish a goal apiece. It does mean that both of these sides will progress through to the knockout stages.
Hamarovic is an unbelievable player. 8-ball. We know, you know, the people at home know. Class guy on and off the pitch, and he will definitely be needed in this team.
Yep. For the likes of Hamarovic, Gio Sol as well, fantastic player in that base of midfield for Ultra Instinct. I imagine he'll be busy tonight.
It is absolute chaos again. They're getting ushered out here. The security's in, trying to clear a gap in the wall.
Oh, big save from Chris Boras. He went the other side, Domino. He would have fooled me. I think, don't get me wrong, if I was in there, a lot of shots would go in, but I think I would have gambled on the other side. So he's done well there. Goalkeeper near post. It's Bradshaw stepping up on the biggest of stages. Puts his team 1-0 up on the stroke of half time. The man has done it. What a signing for this Fama side, and what a header for the new Fama man. From set pieces when they need to. They're not winning. They're not winning like 3 or 4-0 and they go and score a corner. It's not what they do. When it's 0-0, when it's tense, when they've not wholly looked like scoring, they deliver the goods. And again, we spoke about fine margins in the last game. The same thing is happening here, Domino. They will recycle nicely though. That is a theme we're seeing. Giles looks like a tidy player, by the way, Domino.
Yeah, absolutely. April.
Sol gets it back from the hammer to Giles again. Got that freedom to do what he wants out on this left wing. And what he wants to do is swing it in. Troyer heads clear. Trasgu with a massive header. That's got about 40 yards. McCabe's
doing really well here, April.
Edge of the box, headed down. It's Almereda. Gonzalo's there. But it is McCabe slides it in. And there's the equaliser. It was on the cards because Ultra Instinct, this second half, in particular, this last 10 minutes, have really turned up the heat on Famalaciao, and they got one high up there. And again, he's just getting harassed. Gives him one back, and there's going to be a few bookings here because I think the man who made the tackle is going to get booked, and I saw someone else.
Oh!
Wow.
I think a little ahead.
Wow. Okay, then. I agree. Almereda gets to the byline, crosses it in. Man goes down, nothing given. Sol loses out. Nayshaw to Lucas' feet. Is he going to run his man? Yes, he is. But it's the hammer. He has no respect for anyone. Real good, feel good vibe for the UK Prem. And that's kind of what we need at the moment because, again, as we keep saying, clubs is on the up and you kind of want to be there as and when it kind of takes wind. And that's essentially what everyone's trying to do at the moment. And the teams like Memzino Ball, like your Vinculums, like your Phoenix, like your SAF Prolifics, they're all going to be there as and when this does hit the big time. And I can't think of anything better for them. Because SJ Clay, through the middle, gets taken down. And if that's Obi, then there might be a bit of an issue there because you do not want your key defensive centre midfielder getting...
He's red card, he's a red card.
No! Wow. Because like you said, you knew what he was doing. And we see how many professional fouls do we see? If he had pressed the professional foul button,
agreed,
it would have had the same outcome, and he would have saved the red card. Disagreement about this, Domino, but I feel like the referee maybe owes them here. And we did joke before that about him being a SAF Prolific fan.
That's true.
Sorry, Phoenix. It's not a laughing matter, but the Phoenix boys are doing really well so far, and not just sitting back defensively. They're mixing it with SAF at the moment.
I think they've had the better last 10 minutes.
I agree. And here we go. Benny finally gets it. He's going to try first time. Oh, Zap makes the big save. He is definitely going to be off. Why the hell not, Domino? Why the hell not? Second half, this has been from the 10 men of Phoenix.
And they will get the last chance. April.
Yeah, if that had nestled there, it would have been the perfect half for Phoenix. It's not gonna. Oh no! Oh no! The keeper's staying. It looks like Harky's sweeping it up nicely. To be honest, Domino, I'm gonna give the celebration as well because Phoenix, fair play to them. Unreal second half performance. Because for the first 5-10 minutes of that second half, I thought, oh no, this is gonna be a bit of a training ground, attack versus defense. They should just go out there and just say, do you know what, we're just going to outscore you, regardless of how many goals you score. We're just going to go and score more.
Yeah, well, the interesting thing you said, 8-ball, again with the stats, I know Ultra Instinct's not firing all cylinders, as for example, the goal count, but that goes to show 2 clean sheets. The 1 goal was enough for them because their defensive work done them the job of making that goal enough. So it might be the case where Ultra Instinct do soak up a fair bit of pressure, and once they can get the goal, it seems like the last 2 games able to shut nicely.
But again, a bit like the game we just saw, they've not created too much by way of, I was going to say clear-cut opportunities, Domino. Opportunities, full stop. I think that might be DeFreezy. Here is Ju into the box. Gives it to Mirko. Gives it to Francois. Big block by the hammer. Yeah, Grinch does well, though. Lost the initial header, gets back. Look at the white shirts forward. Here is DeFreezy. Nothing given. Cuts back. This man's dangerous. Stabbed it into the back post. There are players there. Francois. Oh, and that is going to be the end of the first half, Domino. A team that at any point in time can quite potentially pick you off and punish you.
Yeah, I mean, like DeFreezy's there picking up the ball in great positions. The feet and the mechanics on that man is incredible.
And One Mind win it back once more, as we've come to expect. DeFreezy, here we go. Power shot. That probably sums up the start of this season for One Mind. There was all the promise, and it just went askew. If they can get something out of this, which they very well might, Mancella swings it in. A Scorpion all day. A Scorpion will win that all day, and that is game, set, and match, Domino. Team G-Mask up from 7th place in Week 2, top the charts in Week 3 ahead of Famalaciao, who have 2 games in hand. FG dropped from 2nd place last week to 13th, whilst PMI and Capri look to keep up the pace at the top. We saw firsthand the good weeks Rote and Empire had. Fluminense, Regnum, Ultra Instinct and Saf Prolific make up the remaining top 10. Mystery take over the top from Saf Prolific, who have 3 games in hand over the current league leaders. Another good week from Class sees them sit in 2nd place, with Mons Calp a point behind them in 4th. VLG FG remain the only unbeaten side in the UK Premier. A record 4 wins in Week 3 for Heritage sees them move up to 6th place, whilst SBBS move off the foot of the table with their first win of the season.